Hi, everyone, and welcome to the STL PartyCast. My name is Leslie Lacosta. I am part of your store operations team here at the Store Support Center. And today I am joined by Vanessa Guzman, one of our district team leaders out of the Northeast. Thank you, Vanessa, for joining us today.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here and I'm excited to be part of the STL podcast. I love the detail one, so I think it's really cool to kick this off this way.
Absolutely. And I think it's very fitting that we are relaunching the LOD program on our STL PartyCast because this is such a foundational, important program. So with that, let's dive right in. So we're going to start today by talking about defining the LOD. The LOD is a critical and foundational role in our stores. It's not just an acronym, and that's really important. The LOD is truly the heartbeat of the entire store. Vanessa, can you take us through what defining the LOD consistently across all of our stores will look like moving forward?
Absolutely. The LOD is really the leader, right? They lead, they coach their teams, they're mentors, they're champion of celebration. They're out there on the floor leading by example and keeping the party vibes alive. And I think that's really important to understand. First and foremost, whether it's high living as a team member or celebrating a job well done, providing top-notch coaching to improve service and sales, our LODs are there every step of the way driving results. So, it's the person to be. They're also the ultimate communicators. Think about it. Keeping the lines of communication open is huge. They're going to conduct the business and they're there just keeping the beat. They're orchestrating the entire performance. So this is their show, right? Lights, camera, actions. Here we go. Whether to ensure everyone is on board with the goals of the day, making sure customers feel like VIP guests, or coordinating tasks and projects to keep the store running smoothly. Our LODs are masters at striking the perfect balance between operations and creating fun, sales focus, and customer environment. And who wouldn't want to be an LOD, right?
Yeah, I mean, you make it sound like total fun. And I think what's important is we've got that LOD in role every hour we are open, every day of the week, no matter what. One thing that did come up is we've got some scenarios where it could be a low volume day or just even in some of our lower volume stores where from a staffing perspective, you may have the LOD plus one. And how, what's the scenario there? How do you do that? How do you keep it alive? Is the LOD not in place in those scenarios?
Leslie, I'm so happy you brought this up because when my peers and I were putting this together, we wanted it to be realistic to the field and their needs, right? And more than less, there is one-on-one coverage. And this is when the LOD program becomes the most important because communication is key when it's just two of you, right? Whether it's tasking, taking care of the customers, meeting your goals, staying top of, production or staying on top of communication, it just brings exceptional organizational and purpose to your day, whether it's two of you or four of you.
That's true. I appreciate that. All right. So now we've talked about defining the LOD. Let's talk about the certification process. How do we make sure that we all have a clear and consistent understanding of not just what the LOD is, but how do I actually achieve that? We need to make sure we all understand what an effective and successful LOD looks like, sounds like, and moves like. But how? How would you suggest we get to that place?
So we're not just throwing around words like confetti. We're backing it up with a commitment and with an implementation of our LOD certification program. Because we want to be experts, right? So it's important not just to say, hey, we want you guys to do this. It's really important for us to, live it, not just check off a box. It's a stamp of approval of excellence, something that we need to have pride in, right? And what's fantastic about the certification, it is born in the stores. We partnered with store and field leaders, and they helped us create the certification and what's it going to look like. So it's from the field to the field, and that's important.
So throughout March and April, I know our district team leaders and our store team leaders are going to be certifying the entire store leadership. And, you make a really good point. Like, that's how important this is. we, through the certification process, are making sure that every store from coast to coast is on the same page when it comes to delivering, this ultimate experience. And that's what it's all about. So we've talked about what is the LOD defined as. We talked about the certification process to help us understand how to actually bring it to life. Like, now let's talk about the tools that we're also going to implement. And it's not only to bring it to life, but to sustain the success of the LOD program for the long haul. And I know one of the tools you all worked on was the LOD standard. So can you take us through that?
Yeah, from behavior to expectations to individual behaviors like physically moving through the store or infusing the store with energy through movement and attitude, our LOD standards leave no room for ambiguity. Um, think about it. Every hour is an opportunity for LODs to conduct a store-wide sweep. Like, what's going on, right? They're consistently checking to ensure that we have the right people in the right place at the right time to serve our customers, to grow our sales, right? And to grow each other, because this is really an investment in our people. And let's not forget about effective handoffs, because teamwork makes dream work. Our LODs are masters at the handoff, ensuring that the energy keeps it going, right? Shift from shift. It's all about the smooth transition, seamless collaboration, and the LODs leading to change. It's about holding each other accountable, right? When you pass it on, like, this is what I got accomplished today. Can you beat it? Can you match it? Can we double it? Or this is where I fell behind. I really need you to push this afternoon and take advantage of the traffic that's going to come.
100%, 100%. And you know what, keeping with the tools, I know there are also some updates to the weekly party plan, the daily party plan, and the daily cleaning checklist. Can you talk about some of those?
These are not just tweaks, everybody. Get excited. These updates are designed to boost our efficiency, our effectiveness with streamlined process and critical, clear expectations. Our team is set for success every single day. And I'm a true believer that people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. So we want to empower our teams to be ready to execute and conquer the day in a celebratory way. These tools are just not new additions either. They're the result of collaboration with district managers and value feedback from the stores, even all the way down to our team, from our district managers to our team members. With this input, we've tuned up everything, right? We've gotten these resources, we streamlined the information, and we pinpointed what truly matters: our people and delivering exceptional results. We want everyone to have great pride in what they do and what they deliver, and that's what we try to, bring it together.
That's great. And I think, it's important to reiterate that these are tools that have been out there. This program, has been defined. We're resurrecting it and bringing it back and making sure it matches, our expectations of how we run things today in our stores. So, okay, what's next? So everything we've discussed today is gearing us up for a very successful relaunch of this program. We've talked about the LOD standard, updated plans. We've even talked about how to seamlessly hand off between LODs. I mean, all of this is certainly going to position us for success. But I think it's important that we talk about that it's not just business success. It's about creating an environment where every single one of our team members can thrive. I mean, imagine coming to work every day surrounded by leaders that not only coach and develop their teams, but they actively work to elevate the energy and change the atmosphere in the store for the better. Like, that's the power of the LOD program. And a little cherry on top, if you take a step back and think about it, the LOD program is breathing life into all of our core values, whether it's about prioritizing the customer first, recognizing that people matter, or embodying a culture of celebration and having a "it can be done" mindset. The LOD exemplifies every single one of those promises.
You know what, Leslie, I couldn't have said it better. Get ready to embrace the energy, the passion, the dedication of the LOD program brings. Starting next week with your DTL, we'll officially kick off the LOD program on your weekly Teams call and dive into how you're going to tackle the LOD certifications. process together, what truly is exciting and the real opportunity to impact grad, right? Grad season's coming up. It's a big season. So here we're going to exceed expectations. We're going to wow our customers like we've never done before. And guess what? We have the tools to do it. We have the people to do it, and we have the energy to do it. So I am stoked. Leslie, thank you so much for having us here to speak on behalf of me and my peers. Team, we're so excited about this program, and I know you guys are going to do a phenomenal job out there with this.
Thank you, Vanessa. And yes, I've thoroughly enjoyed our STL PartyCast and look forward to having more. So good luck, everybody, with the LOD. Until next time, we'll talk to you then.